In this never-ending news cycle in Formula One, we have more news. This time it is involving Porsche and Red Bull. We know the Volkswagen Group is trying to get into Formula One, specifically with the new engine regulations, or power unit regulations, we should say, coming in 2026. We know Audi is looking to buy into Sauber potentially with an Alfa Romeo situation. No, Porsche is trying to get in with Red Bull, and now we have an official letter of intent statement. Now, if you don't know what a letter of intent statement is, it basically means you're going to go forward with it unless something happens. It's meaning we're going to do this, take it seriously. So this is an official thing. So basically this is not in English, but I have transcribed it. So I will read it. I will show you what it looks like in the original text, but I will read it in English. So we're going to skip this top part here that's just basically saying who is involved. So here we go. In accordance with Article 13 of Law 104-12 on freedom of prices and competition and Article 10 of Decree N24-652 taken for its application, the Competition Council makes available to the public the summary of the operation below containing the information communicated by the parties. That is just law stuff. This information has been prepared by the notifying parties who are solely responsible for it. The inaccurate or distorted information contained therein does not in any way prejudge the point of Competition Council on the proposed transaction. The publication of this press release does not attest to the completedness of the file provided for the Article 9 of the Read In 2-14-652 taken for the application of Law 104-12 on freedom of prices and competition. That is basically law stuff. So here we go. Point number 1. First operation relating to the creation of a joint undertaking. Names of the companies and groups involved in the first operation: Dr. ING, HCF, Porsche, long word, and Red Bull. Nature of the first operation. So that's what that first page means. Now, this, of course, is just them saying that Porsche and Red Bull, these are the two companies that's going to be involved in it. Nobody else. We probably will see the dropping of Oracle eventually. This is going to be a half Red Bull car, half Porsche car. That's basically that's the companies that are going to be involved. Now, of course, Red Bull, that's all of Red Bull's companies, and Porsche, that's all of Porsche companies. So it doesn't just mean those two. So that's what that first page means. So here we go, the second page here. Nature of the first operation. Creation of a joint venture. Which, of course, basically means that these two companies are going to combine into a joint venture, meaning a common object, at this point, Formula One car, Formula One engine. Okay, next. Economic sectors concerned in the first operation, and the dash there is the manufacturer of the power unit powertrain. So this does not mean it is Porsche designing any car. Adrian Newey, as long as he's still at Red Bull, is going to be designing this car. Red Bull is going to be designing this chassis. Red Bull is going to be doing anything involved with anything in this Formula One car. What Porsche is coming in to do is make the powertrain. They're coming in to replace what Honda is. They're coming in to be the next Mercedes and the next Renault. There's going to be no other car using the Porsche engine, not even the AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri is its own thing. And who even knows if AlphaTauri is going to exist anymore after this? Because this is a big change. So this is just Porsche saying, we are making the powertrain. We are very intrigued in the 2026 powertrain regulations. The elimination of the MGU-H is something that we are very interested in. That's what I'm getting from Porsche here, is that they see an opportunity to be the sole powertrain provider, power unit provider of Red Bull. Okay, number 2. Second operation relating to the acquisition of a stake and taking of control. Names of the companies, once again, Porsche, Red Bull. Nature of the second operation. Acquisition of 50% of the target shares. this right here is humongous. This means, as I mentioned before, Red Bull is doing everything with this car. Porsche is coming in to be the engine provider, the engine supplier. They're the ones that's going to be building the engines. Will they be building the engines in their own factory? We don't know. But an acquisition of 50% of Red Bull Racing, the Red Bull Formula One car, they are going to be acquiring 50% of it, which is very interesting because usually it's a 51-49 split, Red Bull wanting to keep, but no, it's 50-50. So will this mean that the powertrains that Porsche are going to be building, is that going to be happening in the Red Bull factory? Or now that Porsche are going to buy half of Red Bull, are they going to be building a bigger factory to now have a direct powertrain facility? You know what I mean? So this is huge because this is a humongous portion of Red Bull. Now, I don't know what Red Bull is worth. They're not a public company. In fact, no Formula One teams are public. So we don't actually know how much they're spending. I'm sure that will come out at some point. But 50% is a huge amount just to be involved making a powertrain. So this is more than this. Even though all they're going to be doing on the Formula One car is making the powertrain, it's more than that. It's having half the shares now. They're probably going to be building something on top of the facility. So, economic sectors concerned in the second operation, the development and manufacture of F1 chassis. Like I said, they're not going to be doing any of that. And then this last stuff here is basically just saying deadline within the interested third parties are invited to make their observations November 4th, 2022. On July 8th, the Competition Council received notification. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing here is that important. It's literally just a bunch of law words. So, a summary: Porsche will be in charge of making the power unit. Porsche will have 50% shares of Red Bull Racing. They will also create and develop the chassis down the line. 10-year deal starts in 2026. So, the big question, so I see a lot of people saying, if they create and develop the chassis and also produce a power unit, what is in it for Red Bull? The results, Max Verstappen, that's what's in it. Someone also said, so will Newey still be designing the aerodynamics of the car? And does that power unit count as the engine too? Good question. So, what I think they mean by create and develop the chassis, like I said, they're not doing anything that's aerodynamically more than this is, they're going to create and develop a chassis that's going to work for their engine. Red Bull is still going to be Red Bull. There's the Red Bull, like I said, Horner, Adrian Newey, they're all still going to be designing this car. But Porsche is now going to be 50% of it, making the power unit, making the chassis. So we'll have to see if it works. I'm a little bit scared about it, specifically being a fan of the Dutchman. Is this a good thing for Red Bull? Is this Red Bull's exit strategy? It sure sounds like it. It sure sounds like this 10-year deal starting in 2026, and if they start to have some success, and then Red Bull just selling the rest of their shares to Porsche, I could see that happening. And you got to think too, Max Verstappen's humongous contract really probably gave Porsche something to feel safe about. And like I said, 50% of a company is a lot, specifically to be making a power unit. But like I said, I think this is going to be Red Bull's exit strategy. I believe this will be I don't know. The 2026 engine regulation will be interesting, especially if Audi comes in. But this is huge because this is basically it will be a fourth engine supplier, right? But it's going to be the supplier. It's not like you're a customer team, this Porsche Red Bull. It's going to be one. So I'm very intrigued to see what happens in 4 years. It will still be a while. Who knows? By then, Red Bull might be terrible, and it won't even matter. They'll just be in the back of the grid. But I don't think that's going to happen. But very intriguing. I've seen a lot of different car mock-ups as well. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. I think this is pretty huge for Formula One. Of course, today we had the Vettel news. Now this, I was going to make a video on Alonso, but it's not official yet. But it is looking like Alonso is going to sign a 2-year contract. But we'll see what happens.